Well, there are dire warnings tonight that the condo market could collapse in BC unless the province steps in to stop it.
It all has to do with skyrocketing insurance rates, and Ross has more on this. Ross, some buildings can't even get insurance. This is pretty alarming.
Yeah, that's a huge problem. Condo owners are at huge risk. Those lucky to get insurance are facing massive premium increases they can't afford. Buildings are unable to get insurance, leaving homeowners unprotected and at risk of losing their financing. And now real estate deals are falling apart.
Just up there
is Zafar Khan's Cloverdale condo he'd put up for sale. The deal was to close this week.
I sold it.
But it went up in smoke.
We found out the Strata's insurance came up for renewal and they were not able to renew it.
He says he had no idea.
I don't blame the buyer at all.
Because banks won't touch uninsured buildings.
As soon as they found out that there was no insurance in place, they retracted the mortgage approval.
The property manager told CTV News they've tried several brokers and nothing. They're still looking.
The only way to sell it is to get the insurance.
Well, your investment's at risk. It's not insured.
It's not insured. If a fire breaks in the building, God forbid, it goes out of my pocket.
This is something no one had foreseen.
The Condominium Homeowners Association knew skyrocketing insurance rates were coming as insurance companies pulled out of BC's high-cost real estate market and struggled to keep up with claims from global disasters. But no insurance at all?
So this will collapse our real estate industry because no one will be able to get mortgages and there will be no buyers and no sellers.
This affected our deal and we will see more of these deals collapsing in the future.
And pressure from high premiums isn't helping. Insurance on this Burnaby condo has quadrupled from $200,000 a year to more than $800,000. Owners say they can't afford it.
And this is not a small number of buildings now. We're now looking at several hundred buildings throughout the Lower Mainland.
Resulting in massive increases in maintenance fees or special assessments, and those on tight incomes.
They cannot pay it.
This is a letter that I've written to John Horgan.
For the Premier?
To the Premier, yes.
This Strata president says they're facing a 40% increase. In his letter, he says it's reached a crisis and suggests the province create a crown corporation, something like ICBC, but for Strata insurance.
Everybody's required to have insurance.
BC's finance minister is getting the message.
We think there are good opportunities to be able to talk with the industry, to talk with condos, to talk with insurance companies, and look at how we can address this issue.
Government intervention is necessary in this. It's imperative.
Immediately. We can't wait.
Those hardest hit will be the most expensive buildings with a high number of recent claims, and stratas that have failed to keep up with their maintenance and repair.
Boy, this is really concerning. Some really strong language as well in that story. And it seemed to hit